Hi everyone, I'm MUET candidates. So here is a video on the speaking component for MUET. In this video, I will cover the must-knows or tips for speaking, as well as how to prepare for the individual turn in your speaking test with a sample script. All right, MUET speaking is definitely one of the most fun parts of MUET. With a little bit of practice, definitely you can ace it and do well. So let's begin. So must know number one, the speaking test is quite predictable. I would say this is predictable why we can actually learn the format. It's fixed, all right? And once you understand what you need to do in each of the components in speaking, you'll be able to prepare for it. Okay, so what is the structure or the format? So this is must know number two. There are two parts, the individual turn and the group interaction. In the individual turn, you would have 2 minutes to prepare and 2 minutes to actually present your speech. And then in the group interaction, you actually have some time to prepare as well. And then you will have actual exchanges with your group members. It could be 2, 3 of them, okay? All right, must know number three, keep it simple. I would say keep the sentences simple and direct. Concentrate on being clear and also concentrate on fluency. Must know number four, remember to breathe. I say remember to breathe. Why? It is normal if you, let's say, suddenly go blank or be panicked midway. Remember to gather your thoughts, all right? Take a breath. Remember, you want to really give it your all before you leave the exam room. So if this just happened, remember to breathe, okay? And then start again. All right, must know number five, use the P format. Like I mentioned, learn the format of the test, and this is a suggested format for answering. Of course, there are many ways to go about this, so this is a structure or an answering format that I am suggesting to you guys, all right? So, what is the P format? P stands for point, E, explanation, second E, example, meaning to start your answer with a point, and then give your explanation, and then finally, your example. So how do you actually do this? You can use signposting phrases. In fact, this is highly recommended. Why? It's because it helps to inform and guide the examiner and the other candidates what you are about to say. So you can actually use this in the individual turn, or in fact, even in the exchanges, right? So when giving your points, you say things like, first of all, secondly, next, finally. When giving explanations, say things like, please allow me to explain on my point, please allow me to elaborate. When giving examples, please allow me to give you an example, all right? So I'll show you how to do this in a sample question. So this is a sample question for the individual turn. For instance, you are candidate A. The situation is you are given the situation of participating in sport activities has a lot of benefits. So you know you have to speak specifically on this topic. You are required to suggest some benefits of the sport, and the benefit has already been given to you. As candidate A, you have to give a presentation to your class and speak specifically about how sports affect our health. All right? So the tone that you would take here would be semi-formal, all right, because it is speaking, all right? But however, you don't have to be overly formal, but neither should you be too casual in your conversation as well, okay? All right, so this is an example of how you would write your notes during the preparation. So this is a sample that I had written. So I would split the paper into 3 for the individual turn, and then I'll put down PEE, PEE, and PEE. So meaning I would actually present 3 points, right? So my first point is about how it affects physical health, as you can see. And then the explanation would be it keeps us active and fit. And then an example I want to use is that like football, it keeps us running, yeah. My second point is how it improves mental health. my explanation is that it improves our mood. And then my example would be talking about like exam week and such, which you guys, I'm sure, can identify with, and how it helps us to refresh our mind. And then my third point is how it helps with emotional health. How my explanation would be how we get to socialize with others. And my example would be another football example and how it forms friendships, right? So this would be a suggested preparation note-taking example. Because you don't want to spend too much time writing sentences, please avoid writing sentences during your preparation, right? You do it in point form, okay? And then you would link your points together with the signposting phrases, okay? So let me show you an example of a script based on these notes here, as well as the signposting phrases. All right, so this is a sample script for the individual tasks. First of all, sports affects our physical health. Please allow me to explain my point. When we play sports, it means keeping active regularly, and it will help keep us fit. For example, a weekly football game with our friends helps ensure that we are running about for at least a few hours. We will get a good sweat and definitely some endurance as well. Next, sports also helps us with our mental health. Allow me to elaborate further. When we are playing sports, our moods improve, and it helps us release any pent-up pressure from the day or week. For instance, during exam preparation, it helps to go out and play a round of badminton or football to ensure that we take our minds off exams for a while and to refresh our mind. Finally, playing sports promotes better emotional health. To explain, when playing sports, especially team sports, we have the opportunity to socialize with others. A case in point is the camaraderie in a football team. It's good to have interaction with our teammates, as it also promotes a sense of belonging. All right, so this is my sample script. I've used, of course, all the signposting phrases, which I've suggested, which is the P format, and also, of course, then expanding the points according to the notes that I have prepared. So this is one way to go about preparing for your speaking component. So take out samples of speaking questions and try the P format. All right. So happy revising, everyone, and all the best.